guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa. So today I decided I'm going to do an unhaul video. So as you guys saw, I went through my bookshelf that was back in my bedroom and kind of reorganized and built a new bookshelf. So I kind of decided as I was going through, I was going to unhaul some books. Some of the books I was holding on to for sentimental reasons. Some books I was holding on because I don't know why, like honestly. But I in no way hate all of these books. I just really decided I needed more room on my shelf, so I wanted to go through and pass on books to other people because that's what I love to do. I love passing on books to other people who might enjoy them and whatnot. So I'm going to share with you guys all the books that I took off that bookshelf back there and I'm going to pass on. So here we go. So the first books we're going to unhaul is the Cross series, or Match series. Why did I say Cross? Matched trilogy. And honestly, I love these books. I really do. But I don't see myself ever rereading them, and I just feel like I don't have time to reread them, and I would really like to pass them on to somebody else who hasn't read them and would love them and enjoy them as much as I do, because I do love this series. So, and my best friend, I believe, owns these, and I could always borrow them from her if I want to reread them, or I could just check the local library, because I think the library has them. But yeah, I just decided to pass them on because I kind of needed space on my shelves. So yeah. Then the next series I'm going to pass on is the Divergent series. Honestly, I really did enjoy this series. The first book, of course, is my favorite. But I just decided it was time to pass them on. For one, these are big books. They take up a lot of room. Like, they take up that much room on your shelf. So, although I did really enjoy them, I just feel it's time to pass them on. I just was holding on to them for sentimental reasons. So, I think it's just time to pass them on to somebody else who might enjoy them. So, I'm a little sad though. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, so the next book I'm going to unhaul is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I know what you're going to say. You already hauled this video a couple months back. Well, yes, or hauled this book. Yes, I did. But I decided that I really want to listen to this on audiobook because the narrator is Will Wheaton. So, hell yeah. So, I'm going to buy it on an audiobook, so I just decided, since I'm not really big into mass market paperbacks, that I'm going to unhaul this and pass it on to somebody else. So the next one is Kingdom's Dawn by Chuck Black. The only reason why I'm unhauling this one is because I actually had 2 copies of it, and yeah, so I kept one and decided to obviously get rid of the other one. This is an author that my husband actually knows, and he takes kind of like Bible stories and puts a twist on them and like puts them into like medieval times and stuff, and yeah, so I'm going to unhaul this one just because of that. And there's a baby. And there's a Noe boy. Are you going to be in the way? Okay, so the next book I'm going to unhaul is Verses of Virtue. And this is like a poetry collection for Christian women. And honestly, my mother gave this to me a long time ago. You gonna get up and go? Okay, goodbye. My mother gave this to me a long time ago, so I've kind of just been holding on to it for that reason. But honestly, I have not picked up this book in years. I mean, literally years. I have had this thing for probably a good 10 years now. And so I'm just not big into poetry, so I think I'm just going to pass it on. I think it's time I just pass it on to somebody else. So the next book that I decided I was going to unhaul is The Selection Stories by Kara Cass, and this is about Prince Maxton and Aspen. It's a little bit of backstory about them, and I read it, and I did enjoy it, but I just didn't feel like it was a necessary novella to the series. So I just decided I probably wouldn't ever reread this one, so I wanted to unhaul it. Then the next one I'm going to unhaul is The Hope Chest, A Legacy of Love by Rebecca Wilson. And this is a book that my mom gave me when I was younger. And it's all about like the history of the hope chest, and it kind of helps you create your own hope chest. And honestly, I did have a hope chest. And so yeah, I just think it's time to pass it on. Since I'm already married, I don't need a hope chest anymore. And yeah, I just think it's time to pass this one on. So then the next book I decided to unhaul is Fireproof and The Love Dare. Honestly, I got this one because I was going to do it with me and my husband, but we never did get it done, so I just decided I was going to unhaul it. And then, of course, Fireproof. I really enjoyed this one, but it's a novelization of the movie, so it just kind of follows the movie very well, so I just decided it was time to get rid of it. And then I'm also going to unhaul Courageous, and this is, I think this is a novelization of the movie as well, but I just don't see myself reading it. I really did enjoy the movie, but I just don't see myself reading it, so I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. So then I'm going to get rid of Homemaking by J.R. Miller. This is a book my mom gave me a long time ago, or shortly after we got married, and honestly, I have never read it, so it's time to pass it on. Don't mind this one. He was trying to go out the dog door and he started crying, so now he's going to sit with me. So the next one I'm going to haul is Fervent by Priscilla Shirer. I'm not sure how to say her name. This one is based off this one's inspired by War Room. My mom gave this to me, and honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to read it, so I think I'm just going to pass it on. So the next ones I'm going to unhaul are some Nancy Drews, and these are the reprints of the old Nancy Drews, and I kept all the old original Nancy Drews that I had. I think I had like four or five of them. And I just decided that I would unhaul the reprints because I can always get them some other time, and I just really needed space on my shelf. So I just decided to keep the old original ones and then unhaul these ones. So the next one I decided to unhaul is Larry the Cable Guy, Get Her Done. I got this one actually for my husband because I thought he would really enjoy it, but honestly he really wasn't interested in reading it. So I think I'm just going to unhaul it because I really don't have a desire to read it right now. What? I get a choo-choo train. I decided it was time to unhaul this one. So the next book I'm going to unhaul is Distant Waves, a novel of the Titanic by Susan Wynn. I love anything to do with the Titanic, and honestly, I had bought this a long time ago and thinking I would get to it, but I have not. So I think it's time to unhaul it. I do love the Titanic. I love the story and everything. Me and my husband went to the Titanic Museum on our honeymoon, which was awesome. But I think it's time to pass it on. Then I decided to unhaul Girl Overboard by Justine Chen Headley. Honestly, I know you guys saw me just haul this one, but I just don't think this is one I'm going to get to very soon, and I just think it's just taking up space on my shelf. So then I'm going to unhaul Every Day by David Levithan. I really enjoyed this book, but I don't see myself rereading it, and I just think that I need to pass it on to somebody else who might enjoy it, because I really did enjoy this book. I thought it was good, and I really want to know what happens the rest of the story. But yeah, I think it's just time to unhaul it so I have room on my shelves. Then I decided to unhaul a bunch of Nicholas Sparks books, so I have a whole pile here. I read, I think, like 3 of these, 2 of these, I'm not sure. But I decided to unhaul A Walk to Remember, Dear John, The Lucky One, which I did read and really enjoyed, The Best of Me, The Choice, Safe Haven, which I have read and really enjoyed. and then the last song. So I just think it's they're not like they're bad or anything. It's just I think that I'm not really interested in the books right now, and I've had them for a long time, and I think it's just time to pass them on. And I can always borrow these from the library too if I ever feel the need for a Nicholas Sparks book. So that is it for my unhaul video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what books you guys unhauled recently. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, and let me know if this is something that you guys enjoyed watching, because if it is, maybe I will do more in the future. We'll see if you guys are interested. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you like to follow me on any social media like Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter, I'll leave all my links down in the box so you guys can find me there. So I think I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.